Are you tired of the same old ninja builds in City of Heroes? I'm Controlled Chaos. I'm going to help you build cooler ninjas in the game. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we still want to stick with doing Stalker because of the hide capability in the assassination. Yes, you could go Scrapper and do Concealment, but Concealment is nowhere near as good as hide, and you lose the effect of being able to use the Assassin's Strike, which gives you your assassination capability of killing enemies really quickly. Now, let's go ahead and go on to the further part of the build. For the primaries, I recommend the following: either Katana, Martial Arts, Ninja 2, Psychic capabilities. Those will all work really, really well. For this build, I highly recommend for the secondary to go with Dark Armor, and I'll tell you the reason why near the end. But let's go ahead and go into the powers I chose and what I did with them. And the first thing I chose was Ninja Blade because I just like the animations of Ninja Blade. I like how fast it is. With that being said, you get Stinging Wasp, which is light damage, reduces enemies' defense. Then we have Gambit's Cut, which is light damage, reduces enemies' defense. Then we have Flash of Steel, which is a cone in front of you attack, is also light damage and reduces the enemy's defense. Then there's Assassin's Blade, which is extreme lethal damage. Then we have your Palisade, and then we have Divine Avalanche, which is a light damage plus to your defense, which is great. Then there is the Soaring Dragon, which is moderate damage and foe knockup and reduces their defense. Then there is Golden Dragonfly, which is high damage and knocks the foe back and reduces their defense. And then, of course, as with all primaries, you get a build up. Let's go ahead and talk now about Dark Armor. Dark Armor, you get hide, which is your stealth and gives defense. Then we have Dark Embrace, which is resist to smash, lethal, negative, and toxic damage. Then we have Murky Clouds, which is a resist to fire, cold, energy, negative, and endurance drain. Then we have Shadow Dweller, which is a plus to defense on all and a plus to resist on all and plus to perception. Then we have Obsidian Shield, which is a plus to resistance on psychic, sleeps, holds, disorientates, and fear. Then we have Dark Regeneration, which is your heal. Then you have Cloak of Fear. This is an area effect around you ability that causes your enemies to be feared and reduces their chance to hit you, which is amazing. Then there's Oppressive Gloom. This is once again an area effect around you and disorientates, but when you use it, it takes away your hit points, so be careful on using this power. Another last ability in Dark Armor is Soul Transfer. This takes the health from your enemy, gives it to you after you have been taken out, which is a really good power. Now, the other thing I chose is if you have the capability for the Epic Pool power, take Weapon Mastery. It will really help you out in this build because of how Dark Armor works. A lot of toggles on Dark Armor. So let's talk about how this is all slotted. I only got my character up to 38, so I'm going to talk about how that's slotted, but you want to put more slots into endurance. Focus on your endurance reduction. But let's start with the primary of Ninja Blade. All of them, I've done 1 accuracy and 1 damage, except for a couple powers. Assassin's Blade, I did 3 accuracies and 3 damage. Reason being is you want this power to always hit, and you want this power to do as much damage as possible because this will allow you to take out oranges if done right. If you use build up with this and had a bunch of damage on the build up, you will be able to take out reds and severely damage purples. Next, when you talk about palace, put reductions on it. Make it so that palace can come up as much as possible for you to use it when need be and it's available to you. Now let's talk about hide and or dark armor, and first off being hide. So with this, all you want to put in there is defense enhancements on this. That's all it needs. The next one is dark embrace. You want to put in 3 endurance reductions and 3 resists. For murky cloud, same thing. 3 endurance reductions, 3 resists. For your shadow dweller, you want to put in 3 defenses because that's all it can take is the defense set. After that, obsidian shield, you want to put in 3 endurance reductions and 3 resists in this. In dark regeneration, you want to put at least 1, probably 2 accuracies into this, and then 3 healths. The reason you're putting in the accuracies is if you miss on hitting your enemies, you get no life back. You're draining the life from the enemy. So you miss, you get no heal. So those accuracies really help out in this. For Cloak of Fear, you want to go at least 1 accuracy, maybe 2, an endurance reduction, at least 1 endurance reduction, and then 3 fears. But it definitely sticks and lasts a long time, because with this being around you and the enemies all around you, you're going to get hit a heck of a lot less. This really adds to your survivability. For Oppressive Gloom, all you want to do is put stuns in there. 3 stuns to make sure that you can stun people. Works out great, and that the stuns last a long time. This is in case of Cloak of Fear, doesn't work out that well. Soul Transfer, put in 3 health and 3 endurance modifiers so you get as much health and endurance back when this goes off. And you gotta make sure to use Soul Transfer when the enemy is nearby. You don't want to wait for them to walk away, because then you won't be able to use the power. It works off of taking the life out of the enemy and giving it to you and resurrecting you. So that's very important. Now, talking about our inherent fitness, we have health, 3 health in that. Stamina, 3 endurance modifiers in that. When you take weapons mastery, you will get that physical perfectionist. You want to put 3 health into there and 3 endurance reductions, because it is like a mix of health and stamina together, really adding into the survivability health-wise of your character, and will reduce the amount of endurance taken away when you use abilities. It gives you a bigger endurance pool to pull from. So here's an image of my build when I had them at 38. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and have a great day.